the way that we played in the first half, you can have two things happen in a game at once. And you can be you can feel really good about a win, especially on this day. But you can also hold yourselves accountable for not being focused in the second half. And I think we played hard, but being focused on the same things that we did in the first half. And I want our team to feel good about that, and I want us to dig in and figure out how to continue to do that throughout the course of the game. And that, to me, that's focus. And it's a collective focus. It's no one guy. It's all of us, and that's something we've got to get better at.
Speaking of that first half, you guys held Victor Wembanyama to no points. Just what was working for you guys to kind of isolate him or take him away from the basket?
Yeah, the thing about that, the good thing about that is that no one was thinking about that. We were thinking about the fact that we held the Spurs, and that's what our mindset has to be. Because when he's running to the rim and they're throwing it over the top of us, that's not the same guy every time. And no one's saying that's my matchup. In fact, it's no one's matchup. It's our matchup. And that mentality is the mentality that we need, that urgency. When something like that happens once, we've got to dig in and not let it happen again.
Coach, when you look at that second half, I know you mentioned focus. Is that just the primary thing, or is there several other things you're...
No, I think that, there were some things that happened in the game, the way that you knew the Spurs, they play hard, they're connected, and you knew we had a great first half. It's just, we played really, really well, and they missed some shots, and the score reflected that. But at the beginning of the third quarter, they raised their level, and you have to anticipate that that's going to happen. And it's not so much about it's going to happen, is how do we react to it. And sometimes even if you react well, a team's is on a level competitively and has that urgency because they're behind. So I thought they started picking up. We got a little stagnant, we weren't moving. And what that usually means is we're not as connected as we need to be on offense with everybody helping each other. And that's really the key for me. Okay?
I got one more.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you touched on it a little bit right there, but coming into today, the net differential by quarter has been pretty decent in every quarter except the third. And actually, the strongest one was in the second at about a plus 5.4, and in the third quarter, it's a negative 12.4, and that's the biggest swing after halftime in the NBA. And we saw that trend continue tonight. So, is it more of a systemic thing, or what can you speak to about that sort of discrepancy?
Yeah, it's obviously something that we're aware of. Whether we're 30th or 29th or 26th, I think that it's, when you look at how we started the game tonight, that's in us, and that starting the third quarter the way we started the game, and really, you can, obviously the third quarter jumps out, but I would offer that sometimes it's the 10-minute mark in the fourth through the 5-minute mark. Sometimes it's the 2-minute mark in the first through the those swings. For us, we've got to get better at not allowing, a few plays, a 6-8 point run to turn into a 15-2 run. So certainly coming out of halftime, that's a specific time where we can focus because it's there, but it's nothing that we're not aware of. We just got to lock in. And, to your point, whether we're ahead or behind, I think that's the key thing for me. We've got to play the same way, whether we're down, we got to lead. And that's the focus I'm talking about.
Coach, this last one for me. MLK game, the Hawks are usually a part of this every year. What did it mean to you tonight? Dr. Thomas Smith is in the building. And just what does this mean for the Hawks?
Well, it's a celebration, and not, his life and what he stood for and all the things that he did that we have a chance to follow and benefit from. Not having lived here for the last, decade, I've been here before for a year. I have a feel for the city. And it's a special day for the country. I think here in Atlanta, and it doesn't diminish the significance of it other places, but here in Atlanta, because of the history of the city and a lot of other things, it's even more significant, I think. At least that's how I feel. And same thing within our organization. So the fact that we get to play today, I'm glad we won. And that it's a good win for a lot of reasons. And had we lost, it's still a celebratory day. I'm just glad we get to double down with the win. But it's good for me personally, and I think for our players, our staff, and for the Hawks organization to be connected to that, with a game at home is a neat thing.
Yes, sir. Good game today, by the way. But what does it mean for you personally to coach on MLK Day?
I remember the first time that I coached on Christmas Day, and it was Christmas, and that's nice because you get to play on Christmas. This is much more significant, and I think because I'm coaching the Hawks too. If we were coaching another team and you were here, I think it's more special and more significant because you're here and you feel it, and not just today. All right, thanks.